Hey guys, what's going on? So, I haven't been posting any YouTube videos lately, but it was because I was busy with work and everything. And that's why I haven't posted any solo raids or anything for that matter. But as you all know, um, the legendary Tile Trio, also known as the Unified Elites, Zekrom, Reshiram, and kyurem are heading into Pokemon Go around possibly the second to the last week of May. So we're going to start with Reshiram, which actually has some pretty impressive stats. And I had to jot them down in my notebook. So Reshiram has a max CP of 4,038, which makes it the first Pokemon. Well, no. Actually, let me scratch that. Second Pokemon that broke the 4,000 CP mark. Its attack stat is 275. Very attack heavy. Defense 211. Has a very balance between defense and stamina because stamina is 205. Now, the main reason why I said it was balanced is because if done right, Reshiram can be overpowered just like Zekrom. But here's a fun fact. Zekrom and Reshiram have the exact same stats. But that's the least of our worries because we already know that those two are already overpowered enough. What about kyurem? Well, you have to put it into three ways. Or in this case, the three kyurem forms. You have the normal form, the black form, and the white form. What's very interesting is that the normal form is more of a PvP Ultra League type. What about the black and white? Well, you're not going to believe this, but if you fuse, I'm not sure how they're going to implement the fusion chamber, or if they're just going to have like the kyurem black and kyurem white separately. We don't know how it's going to go yet. The algorithm is very confusing, at the very least. The black form and white form both have 4,605 max CP. Absolutely overpowered. The attack stat is 310. The defense is 103. Not 103, 183. I'm sorry. I had a step tongue. The stamina is 245. So it's going to be more of a glass cannon. Even though it has very good attack, has an overpowered attack stat, and a somewhat balanced stamina, its worst was its defense, which makes it more a glass cannon than anything. But knowing Niantic, they'll probably nerf their movesets unless the moveset stays the same. If the moveset stays the same as kyurem or Zekrom or Reshiram in terms of their dragon types, it's just gonna be out of the league. Like, there's no stopping them. If they implement those moves or some sort of special moves that they have, then it's gonna be very impressive to see how it's going to impact the rest of the Pokemon Go's future. Because you have the legendary trio that is overpowered. Now, I know kyurem is not overpowered, but if you fuse the black and white version, it's going to be considered overpowered. Alright, next up, Community Day. As we all know, CDOT Community Day is coming up soon. What's interesting is that I'm not sure if anyone ever used Shift 3 as their PvP type, But ever since they added the bullet seed, it makes it very interesting to see how it's going to play out in terms of PvP. I'm not sure for raids, because that's the least of my worries. Then we have the new voting system now. And it's actually very interesting. So, Pokemon Go and Niantic tweeted out that there are going to be some changes to the voting system. The way it's going to work is they're going to have a poll as to what Pokemon will be ready for June and July. And then they will have those two Pokemon implement into the game by having the quest, just like how we did with the very last community day we did, where they had to vote. If you guys don't know, the very last community day we had was Rhyhorn. It was because it won by a large margin because of its signature move, Rock Wrecker. But with all of that being the case, it's going to be very interesting to see how Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem are going to play out in terms of PvP and in raids. Now I know for raids, Reshiram and Zekrom are going to be absolute monsters. But if black and white versions of Kyurem, again, we don't know how they're going to do it. They might have like some sort of an evolution stone or some sort of a fusion tool, or maybe they're gonna have it like separately. Like, okay, we're gonna have the Kyurem black version go first, and then the Kyurem white version the month after that or so. We don't know how it's gonna play out yet, but I know that the Kyurem black and white versions are going to just dominate, and I mean dominate raids and PvP. Alright, so with all that being the case, that's all I have for today. And again, I'm very sorry if I haven't recorded any solo raids. I'm trying to see if I can have time for that, because ever since the remote bait, because ever since this whole thing has been going on, it's very concerning as to how I'm going to balance out my health and the raids. But yep, that's pretty much it. And I forgot to mention this, but I never use a remote raid pass. Not because I don't want to, but it's because when I tried it out the first time, it's a little broken. Because they have to nerf the Pokemon that is raiding remotely so that the player that's raiding in person can't get the higher attack power. And I don't think it makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, when you look at the in-game news, it says that the remote raids are going to be boosted. So I don't know which way to believe now. But with all that being the case, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.